Welcome back to She Rises Daily, Emerging You in 10. I'm your host, Doc Shelley, here to bring you your daily dose of inspiration, empowerment, and growth. Think about the most confident person you know. Now, let me ask you something a little bit different. Have they had an easy life? Probably not. In fact, if you sat down with them over coffee, I suspect you'd hear stories of setbacks, disappointments, mistakes, failures, and moments when they questioned themselves. So why do they seem so steady now? I don't think it's because they've experienced more success than everyone else. I think it's because they've experienced more recovery. Somewhere along the way, they learned something incredibly important. I can find my footing again. And once you truly believe that, you stop fearing every stumble. Success feels good. Recovery changes you. Success absolutely has something to teach us. It tells us what worked. It reminds us of our strengths. It gives us something to celebrate. Recovery, though, teaches us something success never can. Recovery introduces us to ourselves. When the plan falls apart, when the conversation doesn't go well, when you don't get selected, when life takes a turn you never expected, you meet a version of yourself that success never had to reveal. Because success tells you what you did, recovery teaches you who you are. Resilient confidence is different than fragile confidence. There's a kind of confidence that's built on circumstances. I feel confident because things are going well, and there's nothing wrong with that, but it's fragile. Because the moment life gets messy, confidence starts to disappear. And there's another kind of confidence. It's a quieter kind of confidence. It's steadier. It's the kind of confidence that says, this is hard, and I've been through hard before. I may not know exactly what to do next, but I know I will figure something out. That's resilient confidence. It isn't built because life always cooperates. It's built because you have learned that even when life doesn't cooperate, you don't disappear. I've coached leaders who walked into my office after what they believed was the worst professional moment of their careers. A difficult piece of feedback, a failed presentation, a decision they made they wish they could take back. Many of them expected that moment to define them. Months later, when we looked back together, something fascinating happened. Almost none of them said, I'm glad I failed. What they did say was, I never realized I was capable of coming back from that. That realization became more valuable than the original success they thought they needed, because they stopped trusting perfect outcomes and they started trusting themselves. Recovery is where you discover your capacity. Recovery isn't just getting back to where you were. It's discovering what you're capable of carrying. It's where you learn, I can have a difficult conversation without falling apart. I can disappoint someone and still be okay. I can make a mistake without making it my entire identity. I can start over. Every recovery stretches your emotional capacity, and every time your capacity grows, your fear shrinks just a little bit. Maybe confidence isn't something you build directly. Maybe confidence quietly grows every time your capacity grows. Stop measuring yourself by the fall. So many people judge themselves by the moments they stumble. What if you started measuring something else? So instead of, did I fall? Think about, how did I recover? What did you learn? Did you apologize? Did you ask for help? Did you get back up? What did you try again? Those questions tell a far richer story than perfection ever could, because anyone can feel confident when life is cooperating. The deepest confidence is built when life isn't cooperating and you discover you're still capable of moving forward. Here's your reflection question. Think about a setback that once felt like the end of the story. Looking back now, what did your recovery teach you about yourself that success never could have? And your power thought, success tells you what you did. Recovery teaches you who you are. If you've been waiting for life to become easier before believing in yourself, you may be waiting for the wrong thing. Life will always have unexpected turns, disappointments, moments that shake your confidence. The goal isn't to avoid them. The goal is to become someone who knows how to recover from those moments. Because once you trust your ability to recover, you stop giving so much power to the possibility of falling. This week, instead of reflecting on your biggest success, think about a time you had to recover. Ask yourself, what strength did I discover because I had to find my footing again? You may realize you've been overlooking one of the greatest sources of confidence you have ever built. Thank you for tuning in today for another episode of She Rises Daily, Emerging You in 10. If today's conversation encouraged you, please share it with someone who's in the middle of a setback. They may not need to hear that they'll succeed next time. They may simply need the reminder that recovery is where some of life's deepest strengths are discovered. Until next time, remember, confidence isn't built because life always goes your way. Confidence is built because you've learned that when life doesn't go your way, you will find your footing again.